episode of the Wellness Podcast. In this episode, we discussed about DMT, Dance and Movement Therapy. The guest is Tanisha Kohli. In this episode, we try to cover the basics of DMT and why that is important, and how the industry has been formed, how the DMT therapy arose and arrived to India, what is the core concept of it, and how you can get benefit out of it. If you want to consider DMT in your therapeutic approach, or you can say if you want to treat in that way, but how you can move forward. In this episode, we try to go the basics of it. Do watch it.
Hey Tanisha, how are you doing?
I'm good, Ishant. How are you?
Good, good, good. So thank you for being here. And today we'll be discussing about DMT, dance and movement therapy. So let's start with the basic questions. क्या होती है
Yes.
DMT? What DMT is?
Okay. So डांस एंड मूवमेंट थेरेपी कभी कभी बहुत ऐसा सिमिलर मानी जाती है टू अ डांस क्लास बट डांस एंड मूवमेंट थेरेपी इज एक्चुअली अ क्लिनिकल अप्रोच that believes and that focuses on and that uses movement as a communication. तो अगर हम कुछ भी फील कर रहे हैं, अगर कोई थॉट आ रहा है और हम फिर वो फील कर पा रहे हैं, तो वो इमोशन हमारी बॉडी में आएगा ही आएगा. So like for instance, if like for here, I'm here at this podcast. It's my first podcast. So I was a little anxious about it. But if that anxiety goes higher, if you're working around something that's high stakes, वो anxiety would translate into, sometimes you're feeling sweaty, sometimes your heartbeat थोड़ा थोड़ा लगता है. So it translates into the body. And sometimes what happens is when ऐसा होता है कि हमें समझ ही नहीं आ रहा होता कि okay, why do we feel like crying? Why is our chest feeling heavy? Or like, why are your shoulders? Why do we feel the need to like shrug our shoulders? So the body also learns from our experiences. So DMT is based on that. कि माइंड के थ्रू जो थॉट्स आ रहे हैं वो बॉडी पे भी शो अप होते हैं. समटाइम्स जो बॉडी बिहेवियर्स होते हैं वो भी हम माइंड के थ्रू अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हैं. एंड सिंस आवर लैंग्वेज इज लिमिटेड, DMT as a clinical approach is also very helpful for people who are not able to express using words. So it is a proper clinical approach that is practiced in various places.
काफी लोग पेंटिंग के थ्रू अपना इमोशंस एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. Where we can see the rise of art therapy that is going in a trend right now. And many people
Hmm.
used to just listen to music. And maybe dance can be a part of it, or the movement can be a part of it, where many people are feeling safe just because of uh, using some kind of dance movements and their body expression. So, with real life example, can you just deep dive more into it?
थेरेपिस्ट के पास प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग होती है. So if you're a dance movement therapist, then you've probably done masters. उसमें हम movement analysis सीखते हैं. उसमें हम therapeutic relationship का मतलब समझते हैं कि जो एक client और therapist का relationship है, it's a one-way street. So the entire 1 hour is for the client and therapist is holding that space. Whereas जब हम dance class जा रहे हैं, तो वहाँ हम choreography सीखते हैं, हम choreography सीख करते हैं and that gives us a sense of catharsis. But यहाँ एक proper treatment हो रहा है in dance movement therapy. सो दैट इज द मेजर डिफरेंस. तो अगर आप घर पे डांस करोगे या आप पार्टी में डांस कर रहे हो, श्योर दैट कैन फील अमेजिंग. आई डू दैट फॉर माई सेल्फ टू. बट इफ यू कमिंग इन अ सेशन, वी थिंक अबाउट वेयर यू कमिंग फ्रॉम. आपके बचपन से लेके अभी तक के क्या एक्सपीरियंसेस रहे हैं, हाउ दे हैव शेप्ड यू. लाइक आई सेड बिफोर कि अगर मेरे शोल्डर श्रक्ड इन है, तो ऐसा क्या मैंने लाइफ में सीखा है जिसकी वजह से मेरे शोल्डर श्रक्ड इन है. सो वी पिक आउट सर्टेन गोल्स एंड वी वर्क टुवर्ड्स इट.
Understood. So, can you define end-to-end thing? For example, अगर कोई client आया, उसने session book किया, what is the first approach as a dance movement therapist?
So, like, I'm going to be explaining how I work and how I have been trained to work. So, if a client comes in, I usually take in a consultation call just to understand. Like, people call it a discovery call also. कि okay, आपके therapy goals क्या हैं? आप ये space को seek क्यों कर रहे हैं? Why are you seeking this space? What is it that you're expecting out of this space? And then I explain how I work. So, how I work is psychodynamically, that we do not look into the problem as problems, we deep dive in. That okay, what is the context behind it? what kind of relationships you've had with your surroundings, with yourself, and how that is developed into what we're seeking help for. So it's not a problem, but it's just as a way of, looking into that this is learned behavior. Okay, and then after the consultation call, I asked about everything that, okay, what's the living situation like? Have there been any changes? So, like a proper like understanding, and they're also able to get to know that this is how a person talks. So, a first session is like it can be done multiple ways, but in some sessions, like the first session would usually be understanding their context. कि अच्छा आपका डेली लाइफ रूटीन कैसा रहा है have there been any major changes in life with some ice breaking games. So how I do it is that, okay, if there are some props around me, props are majorly used to bridge the gap. अगर मैं एकदम से किसी को आके बोलूँ okay let's do a warm up, so they might get confused like okay warm up नहीं. So exactly they'll get confused अरे ये डांस क्लास एक्सरसाइज में नहीं यार. So props are basically that, okay, if you're sensing different things कि आप कैसे सेंस कर रहे हो. if हम किसी चीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं तो क्या मैं अपने बाल थोड़े टच करी तो what are the sensory needs. बॉडी किस चीज को रीच आउट करे. आपने कभी देखा होगा when somebody is talking they tap their feet or they're just like touching their hands as a way to regulate. So the therapist notices those things. Initial session hai, so we just notice and we ask questions. So it's not like we dive straight deep into it. Sometimes I've played Jenga with my clients in the first session. Sometimes we've talked about different things. So we slowly progress into movement. If somebody is very receptive to movement, then we follow the usual structure that we have, which is we start with an emotional check-in as to how they are arriving, how they are feeling emotionally. ठीक है. And then we give them space कि वो थेरेपी स्पेस में खुद को ओरिएंट कर सके. बिकॉज इट्स लाइक दैट देयर इज अ लाइफ आउटसाइड ऑफ थेरेपी, तो आप वो चीजें लेके आ रहे हो एंड थेरेपी इज अ डिफरेंट वर्ल्ड फॉर देम. तो हम स्पेस में ओरिएंट करते हैं कि ओके व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट यू सी एंड दोज आर आल्सो वेज टू ग्राउंड देम एंड गेट देम प्रिपेयर्ड. देन वी प्रोग्रेस इनटू अ वार्म अप. अ वार्म अप हेल्प्स देम टू प्रिपेयर फिजिकली ऑल्सो कि ओके अगर कुछ मेरे को लग रहा है कि मेरे वेस्ट में थोड़ी टाइटनेस है या स्टिफनेस है, या ओ मैंने नोटिस ही नहीं किया कि आज मेरे शोल्डर्स में कुछ ऐसा द कटक कटक साउंड्स यू गेट. ओ एल्बो वाज दैट वन व्हिच आई डिडंट यूज फॉर अ व्हाइल. Let's use a bit of an elbow. So like you're opening up the body, but you're also getting emotionally ready to deep dive in. And then they bring something up कि अच्छा आज मेरे साथ ये हुआ या आज I want to discuss about this. And that is then converted into a movement experiential. That could be through imagery, that could be through visualization, that could be through using props. So, for an example, that we start with, for instance, let's just do with this for our viewers also. Okay? Uh, for the viewers and for you as well. Just be seated in a comfortable position. What does a comfortable position look like for you? Yeah? The both of us got up, orienting our body. Okay? Now, find a texture that you want to touch. It could be your hands. It could be if you have a table in front of you. Yeah, I see you touching your hands. And it's going a little slow, but not too fast. What kind of sensation or texture are you feeling?
A bit warm.
A bit warm because there's friction creating and we're creating warmth for ourselves. Now
Right?
let's try and look for something that can be cooler than this.
Uh, Maybe it's just, yeah.
How is this cup?
Yeah, so ठंडा है.
Thanda hai.
Yeah.
And how does this thanda cup feel?
I can't label the feeling, but yeah, it's cool for me. So I don't know what to
It's
say.
cool. So, yeah. So the hand, when you touch the hand on the cup, it feels thanda.
Hmm.
Okay. And the you've placed your back on the chair. How does the support of the chair feel right now? What does your back need?
Comfortable? It's, it's,
Comfortable. And I see you straightening up your back, reaching out for more support.
yep.
Yeah. Small thing, but we did two, three different things. We are connecting to the body, we're connecting
Hmm.
to the space around you, and we didn't even move much.
Hmm.
So, my basic point of this is like sometimes people think also, they have this assumption कि dance करना आना चाहिए. Did we dance? No. Did we explore different textures? Yes. Did we explore? I don't know, but I'm just thinking. Were you able to think about the parts of the body that we were talking about?
Yeah, I was getting comfortable, so I was just experiencing it. So it was a part of it.
And how was that experience for you?
I can't define it that well, but as far as I was doing it, I was like in the moment, like I was just like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm realizing that हाँ थोड़ी chair मुझे और अच्छी चाहिए थोड़ा I'm getting more comfortable. So uh, yeah, I realized कि हाँ coffee खत्म हो गई है. But what I meant to say is um, the insight for me was to get into a moment more. So yeah.
So yeah, these little moments is what we pick, which is why अब जैसे मुझे थोड़ा ऐसा लगा that okay, let's just orient you as well as myself and the audience. So like
Hmm.
as if when they're watching also they can touch and see that
Hmm.
okay, oh अभी ऐसे बैठ के oh if the screen is too close, oh, okay, we can just move back. But with clients we build the rapport formation, trust, safety. People say therapy is a safe space.
Hmm.
I do not say ऐसे कि okay, this is a safe space. I always tell my potential clients and my clients that I, with you, will collaboratively create a safe space for you. Because safety for some people can be a very big concept. And
Right.
while you're entering the therapy room, for many, many sessions, people can get those questions. So in these certain ways, हम इसी सेम चीज से हम अलग अलग चीजों पे वर्क कर सकते हैं with the same activity. If you're going internally, this also, अगर हम internally बहुत deep जा रहे हैं, this a little very small activity can help us orient ourselves into the current space. The same activity can help us go internally also. Okay, I don't like. Do you find yourself talking to your knees कि oh knees आज की तुम्हारी जरूरत क्या है? No, right? But through these things, exactly, that sounds really weird. But through DMT, we have conversations that do not need words.
Hmm. So if we want to jump towards a different stance, you stated
Hmm.
that with DMT we talk to our body, we talk to our body parts, we talk to our surroundings. So just a normal way question जो कि users के दिमाग में भी आएगा. Do we need workout or not? या फिर DMT
Workout as in?
workout is in should we go to gym? Should we go to therapy altogether? Should we go to different you can say scenarios for our health? Or DMT can help us in therapy as well as you can say as a whole body structure.
Yeah, so like I said, DMT as a framework focuses and aims to work on four ways of well-being.
Hmm.
Physiological, that could include like with fine motor, gross motor skills, posture, balance, strength, all of that DMT works with it. Okay, then we talk about emotional well-being. Emotional well-being में आ गया okay, and this emotional awareness, emotional communication, emotional expression, a lot of those things. Then psychological well-being, what's happening in the mind, what's happening with the thoughts, cognitive well-being हो गया, mind body connection हो गया, and then social well-being also, understanding relationships, understanding how you belong in a social context because we are social beings, right? So
Hmm.
how do we stand in a social context? If somebody finds it hard to, interact with people, we work on those things. We work on confidence building. We work with self-esteem. There's a lot of work that happens. So yes, going to the gym, of course, to inculcate a healthy lifestyle, that is also important. But at the same time, DMT also work with all these things. So together, when they come together, they enhance your lifestyle. So ऐसा नहीं है either or, it could be both hand. आप gym भी जाओ, आप walk भी करो, and sometimes I tell my clients also as a way to like because concept ये है ना कि physical fitness important है but mental fitness भी है. हम उसको सेपरेट कर रहे हैं सो दैट वी अंडरस्टैंड बेटर बट इंडियन गोल यही है कि अगर माइंड बॉडी अलग नहीं माइंड बॉडी एक ही है इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ इट हम माइंड अलग और बॉडी अलग लेके नहीं
Hmm.
चलते सेम वे हम फिजिकल फिटनेस और मेंटल फिटनेस को हमें इन दी एंड साथ में लाना है तो उसके लिए वो भी जरूरी है और ये भी जरूरी
Agree, agree. And I used to consult a lot of corporates, uh, foundations, organizations, as well as the group of people as well. So I used to also suggest them that hey, go for the physical and therapy both. You can say there can be a dance movement therapist or a gym trainer or somebody who can just come to your workspace and can help your body move, plus a therapist who can help you in the psychological sense. So that's something that I pray for every corporate or every PAP program should also define
है
with. So otherwise होता क्या है कि ये नॉर्म बन जाता है कि फिजिकल फिटनेस अलग होने वाली है, मेंटल फिटनेस अलग होने वाली है, राइट? सो उसी हिसाब से फिर लोग ऑपरेट करते हैं कि यार मेरी प्रायोरिटी चेंज होती रहेगी. मेरी फिजिकल फिटनेस प्रायोरिटी. आई विल गो टू जिम, आई विल डू वर्कआउट 3 hours, बट आई विल नॉट sleep well. I will not maybe do something that I love the most, right? So that's something that many people are going through. So circling back to the basic part, if anybody wants to see results in DMT therapy, what are the benchmarks that you feel कि DMT में ये चीज हो रही है? So this many sessions usually it takes to see the results.
so if you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
India में DMT started comparatively late in terms of other countries. So it started in
Hmm.
America, then went to the UK, then went to different countries, and then it came to the India in like late 1990s. Okay, so the pioneer of DMT in India is Tripura Kashyap ma'am. She went to the US, she came back to India, and then with other early DMTs, she created Movement Therapy Association of India. So these guys started offering certificate courses for more people to learn, for more people to train. वहां से फिर expand होते होते 2020 में the Indian Association of Dance Movement Therapy start हुआ. Now why I am telling you this is कि धीरे धीरे करके एक्सपैंड हुआ एक एसोसिएशन बनी बिकॉज देयर वर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु वर ट्रेनिंग आउटसाइड ऑफ इंडिया हु वर ट्रेनिंग इन इंडिया and where were these people going? These people were going to schools to work with children. These people were going to hospitals. These people were working with other mental health professionals. These people were inculcating, integrating with other psychotherapies. They were also working with other departments in the hospital be it physiotherapy. So like people were all around this. So people were also going to different NGOs, working with different groups, be it neurotypical people, neurodiverse people. So DMT is spreading everywhere. And many DMTs are also inculcating like Indian dance forms, inculcating different practices of yoga. And they're bringing their own flavor and it's slowly reaching. So if you talk about the benchmark, I would say that it's relative. It's not that much of a new field because now people are talking about it. There's a reason why you approached me also. There's a reason why I am working in India. I have a job. I'm working in, and there are people who are feeling more curious, getting more curious because these people have done the work.
Hmm.
So it's expanding. Like I know abroad, I got an opportunity to work in forensics. But here, when I came back to India, I hear a lot of movement therapists, a lot of expressive arts therapists working in juvenile homes. There's also DMTs who are working with small babies. So, like a 9th month baby, 6 months baby, 3 months babies. So, the age range and the range of people that DMT can support is very huge. So, like if you're talking about from a baby to a senior citizen, DMT can support everybody.
Understood. The approach gets a bit changed in every age bracket, depending on the results as well. The age bracket is a bit huge, as you stated, from 9 months old baby to the elder one. DMT can cater to everybody. So when you are catering to this much age brackets or and different, you can say generations, of course, because होता क्या है कि जेन जीज के लिए अलग अप्रोच लगती है, जेन अल्फा के लिए अलग अप्रोच लगती
Of
है,
course.
ठीक है. सो हाउ डू यू केटर टू दैट जजमेंट कि मुझे अप्रोच यहाँ चेंज करनी है.
So, which is why we call it a very collaborative effort.
हम्म.
So, like we say, therapy is not one size fits all, be it any therapy. Everybody is different, every body is different. डॉक्टर्स भी ये बोलते हैं एंड साइकाइट्रिस्ट भी ये बोलेंगे, थेरेपिस्ट भी यही बोलेंगे, ठीक है? तो पीपल ब्रिंग इन देयर स्टोरीज, तो द क्यूरियोसिटी इज व्हाट मेक्स अस अंडरस्टैंड.